Hello to all you wonderful listeners out there. This is Mary Noble Brayton and Leanne Lewis. Hey, Leanne.
Hello, Mary Noble. How are you today?
Oh, wonderful. My goodness, I'm so excited that it is beautiful and we feel that little crisp air, don't we?
Yes. Oh, the mornings are wonderful.
Oh, well, we have another great show here today on the Mountain Magnolia Radio Show. And we just want to thank you guys for listening to our show today. Our focus, as you know, is to reveal the heart and soul of our beautiful community here in Western North Carolina. Every week, Leanne and I like to share a quote, a recent favorite book, or just a Magnolia moment. So today, Leanne's picking a card out for us to read.
Oh my goodness, this is a long one too. Here we go. What should I finally face in my life? What truths or realities are preventing my growth and happiness? What could I do about it right now? How can I better connect with this moment so that I can master what the hour demands of me?
Wow.
There's a lot of gold nuggets in that one.
That is. We got to be brave, y'all.
That's right. Courage.
Yeah. We can do it.
That's right.
All right. Well, I just want to remind you guys that we've got a great Facebook page, the Mountain Magnolia, and we also are on Spotify and Apple, as well as this wonderful grassroots radio 96.1 The Bear. So you guys can listen live at 5 p.m. on Monday and 10 a.m. on Saturday, 96.1, this awesome grassroots radio station. And if you would like to suggest someone that you want us to interview, please reach out. We want to hear from y'all. All right, Leanne, I am giving you the mic so you can introduce our amazing guest.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to welcome to our show Amy Davis with the Davis Country Store and Cafe, and she is located in Old Fort.
Sure am.
Amy, welcome to our show. We're so happy to have you.
Thank you so much, Leanne. I appreciate it. And Mary, thank you for inviting me. It's such a pleasure.
It is. It's wonderful to have you here.
Yes.
So what brought you to Black Mountain or Western North Carolina area?
Or Old Fort.
Yes, Old Fort. That's right. Mm-hmm.
Yes. So my husband's family actually is one of the originating families in Old Fort. Came and settled in the area in the mid-1700s. After coming over from, Europe and settling up in Pennsylvania, decided to walk down this way and find better places. So his family has been in the same spot in an area called Davistown, right in the rural part of Old Fort, and we still live there to this day. So about 6 years ago, my husband and I decided to move our family back and be with Mom and Dad on the property. They were running a little RV park and campground there on the property, and decided that Old Fort was a better place than Tampa for our kids, for our teenagers to be raised in.
A lot of people would agree with you on that one.
Yeah. And also just to be closer to family.
Oh, that's lovely.
That's important. So how many teenagers do you have?
Okay, so actually now I've got a 22-year-old daughter, a 21-year-old son, and a son who just turned 15 just a couple of days ago.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
I know. I think I met your son when I came in this summer to get a biscuit and a chai.
Okay.
Does he work at the...
Actually, both of my sons are co-owners with my husband and I in the country store. So they are there darn near every day with me. So,
my goodness.
Yeah.
So if I were to walk into your cafe, what would be the best thing for me to choose? I know everything's amazing.
Oh, goodness.
But
are you coming in morning or in the afternoon?
Well, let's do both.
Okay.
So I'm coming in for breakfast. We know Mary Noble loves a biscuit and chai. So we've already got that settled.
Biscuit and chai is very good. I will say that the big thing about our cafe is that we hand make our biscuits every morning, and we make huge buttermilk biscuits. They are They're probably about 4 to 5 inches across, and they rise very nicely. They are very, very large, a meal in themselves. We also make our gravy every morning. My son makes amazing gravy, and and we also make our own country sausage. So my favorite thing is our country sausage biscuit on one of our buttermilk biscuits, and we put a little dollop of gravy inside of that so that it's got just some nice juiciness to it.
Okay, so audience, if you haven't come up with a reason to visit the Davis Country Store and Cafe, now you've got one. I think we're going to just explode for breakfast now that they've heard that.
Yeah, breakfast is great, and lunch, lunch is fabulous as well. The one thing that we pride ourselves in is that we make a lot of our own ingredients. So, like I said, our country sausage is a recipe that my oldest son has been working on for quite some time.
Oh my!
And he makes it from fresh pork loin and Boston butt. So we've got real clean ingredients in it. No fillers. It's just the pork and the seasoning. No sugar for anybody who's keto, which we live a keto lifestyle. So, and then, like I said, our biscuits, and we don't just do buttermilk biscuits. We do savory and sweet biscuits as well. We just kicked off fall with our apple cobbler biscuit, and then we've just debuted today our sweet potato pie biscuit.
Oh,
and
word.
Those you can get all day long. They're made fresh every day, and they are absolutely wonderful. We just stopped doing our blueberry biscuits, but the blueberries were coming from our farm.
Right,
the
they're
rest,
seasonal.
the rest of the blueberries that we have in the freezer from our farm this year are actually going into an ice cream, a special ice cream that Artisana Ice Cream in Marion is making for us, and we're going to have our own signature ice cream in the store.
So, Amy, do you ever sleep?
No. No, not at all.
I believe that.
Yeah, we probably get into the cafe at about 5 in the morning and start baking, working on things.
Biscuits.
We have to make our sourdough too, because we make the sourdough for our lunch service as well. And then all of our luncheon meats we make ourselves as well. Our roast beef, our corned beef, roast turkey, all of that. So it's a single source ingredient.
So it's really it's as clean as you can
It
go.
it is very
Farm
farm
to
fresh.
table.
Yes, the vegetables right now, a lot of them are coming from local farms. We really try to have, like I said, single source ingredients. Sometimes I'm bringing it in from my house or from my farm that morning and preparing it. So, farm fresh eggs, baked bread, fresh baked bread. You can't get any fresher than what we've got in the store.
Man.
I don't know, I have this message coming through. So my grandmother grew up, her father had a gin, but she made the best biscuits, and I have to share you with the easy recipe. All it was is whipping cream and self-rising flour, and I would take also cheddar cheese and rosemary. I mean,
Oh, that sounds great.
it's that easy sometimes.
It actually is very similar to ours. We put a lot of butter in ours. We cut in
thank
a lot
you.
of butter, self-rising flour, and then I use a very strong buttermilk, and instead of whipping cream.
Yeah.
And
The whipping
that's
cream
it.
pretty much would be like adding butter anyway.
Yes.
You know,
If you get a really strong buttermilk, the acidity to the buttermilk really activates everything in the self-rising flour. That's why ours get really fluffy.
See, there's
So-
nothing like that buttermilk taste.
And the buttermilk,
is
the
huge.
taste and the smell.
Yes.
We'll open up that cloche on the counter when we're serving a biscuit, and people will smell them, and
Oh my
the
God.
people standing in line will immediately want biscuits as well.
I love the cheddar cheese and the rosemary. Something a little bit different, Anyway, you got my mouth watering.
I know. I'm like so hungry. I think I'm just going to get in my car after this and run down. And
Wow,
just,
that's where I'm headed to. I've got to make sourdough, so it's
Do you have like this sourdough starter that's been on the counter for years?
I mean, sure do. Her name is Margaret, and she grows every morning, and we feed her every night, and she takes care of us, and we take care of her. So
I love that.
Yep.
We had the Amish bread starter. Remember Amish bread when it came out?
Yes.
And we would just cycle it between my grandmother had 6 sisters, and they would all share it over and over again. And that starter was like a religion.
Yes.
I mean,
there are several parts of Margaret that are throughout Old Fort. I've given bits of her to many people, and they just people come in all the time. Can I get a spoonful of starter? And because they just want to start baking their own bread. So
all right, to all those folks that have a little piece of Margaret out there.
Yeah.
Right?
Here we go.
Yeah. And this is in a fun way, too.
Yeah.
I love that. I can't wait to get down there.
So, how long has the restaurant been open?
So, okay, the country store side opened 2 years ago. In fact, we're celebrating our 2nd anniversary on Halloween coming up this year. And then the cafe side started just as a coffee shop in August of, let's see, 1 year ago. And so we then started the long struggle of getting approved and getting the kitchen built. And that, takes a lot of hoops to jump through.
Definitely.
And so we finally got the kitchen open, I believe about 6 months ago. And we've been going full bore ever since. Before that, we had a cottage approved kitchen. So we were doing pastries and baked goods out of the cottage approved kitchen, bringing it into the cafe. But now that we can make everything right there, where some mornings I'm churning out a batch of biscuits every 20 minutes and, just going through it as fast as possible.
My goodness.
I just love how it's a family affair. It has history to it, and a lot of it is sourced from your farm and farmers in Old Fort. And it really seems like the whole family's involved. So I think it's going to be great, really.
Well, it's the history of the store itself is quite long, and I had been speaking with Leanne about it before. The original country store the building's still on our property out in Davistown, and that's a very rural part of Old Fort, outside of town proper, and it was originally open around between the 30s and from the 30s to the 80s, and closed down because once Bat Cave got paved, people didn't need to, take care of each other out in the rural community anymore. You weren't just walking to the store; you could actually drive to the store easily. And so when the original country store was open, it was just bartering and trading, selling items that they would have brought in, that they couldn't make or grow right there. And it really supported a lot of people out there. And it's been wonderful having people come in and say, oh, I remember when I was a kid walking barefoot, bringing eggs to go and see your husband's grandparents and get sugar and talk about all the news that's in town and stuff like that. They remember it fondly. And they remember my husband's grandfather, Virgie, giving them suckers, little candy suckers and stuff like that. Just hearing all those stories has been wonderful. But it's been a family tradition to take care of the community and just kind of be the center of community in any way possible and bring people together as much as possible. So when when COVID happened, it was the first thing we thought of was that we need to, protect the community and keep them going. Give them a place to make a little money and barter their wares and keep their spirits high.
Yeah, well, I think it's wonderful, and just it's got to feel right, especially coming back as your husband's grandparents used to do it. So it's got to feel like, wait a minute, this is a family tradition. This feels very close.
Yeah. Yeah,
What a
and
legacy.
everybody being involved. My mother-in-law is involved. She's in her 90s and she bakes one of those cakes every couple of days.
Oh my gosh.
Her pound cake is absolutely famous in the area. She's been known for it for almost 30 years. She's been making it for 50. And it's the best pound cake you'll ever have in your life.
Is it just like a plain butter pound cake?
No,
Just-
it's a five flavor pound cake.
Oh
We
my
actually call it a 5-pound cake because it's so dense. It feels like it's about 5 pounds. And it's
Got some amazing crust.
oh yeah, the crust is coconut flavor or coconut extract into sugar, and she just pours that on, and it creates this beautiful sugar crust on it. That's the best part.
And it
When
takes
we're
a long
cutting it,
time to
and
make those.
it does. Takes a lot of butter, a lot of eggs, and a lot of whipping, and she takes a lot of time, and she
lot
does
of
it all
whipping.
by hand. She does it all by hand. So it's
that's phenomenal.
it's amazing.
Well, let's talk a little bit more about the restaurant, then I want to hear more about the country food store. If someone has never been to your store, and I know we talked about one of your favorites, let's talk about some favorites for breakfast and lunch, right? You're open for those two. So I live in Black Mountain, and I have been to your store. I'm just gonna come for breakfast, and then I'm gonna do some shopping, and then come for lunch. What would you suggest that I get?
If you're really hungry, like I said, that sausage biscuit is full of flavor and amazing. Something that we really recommend that a lot of people love in the area because it's local is our Hunter's Liver Mush croissant.
They still eat that?
Oh, yes.
Really?
It is wonderful. So Hunter's is in Marion, and they make the best liver mush on the planet, in our opinion.
Cameron
and-
is nodding his head, saying yes.
Yes.
Do you
Yes.
eat liver mush?
Oh yeah, I love it.
It's
Wow.
fantastic. It's like a
It
very
smells
soft.
great.
It's like a very soft sausage.
Yeah.
And so we put that on a croissant with a couple of slices of sharp cheddar cheese and a couple of
wow.
farm fresh eggs, and it is just it's the best croissant sandwich you can get, in my opinion.
Oh my gosh.
But on a light fare, we do have avocado toast that we do with our sourdough. And then we have farm fresh tomatoes that we put on that. And then you can add liver mush or an egg or anything like that you'd like.
Well, I don't want to be one of those girls, but I am. Do you have gluten-free options?
So we do.
It is a thing.
we do in certain meals just
Yeah.
are naturally gluten free.
Right, right.
You know, she has keto options.
And
Oh,
we
I
do,
know,
and
right?
we do
That's
things
lovely. I'm
keto.
like,
We've got a
yeah.
lot of vegetarian and vegan options.
Okay.
And we do have gluten-free options, and we do keep a loaf of gluten-free bread in the freezer for any
Oh,
time
thank
anybody
you for
needs to
that.
come by for it.
Well, your stuff is so fresh, it may not even be an issue.
A lot of people
know?
don't have an issue with sourdough when they have
That's
gluten
true.
sensitivities.
You're
Sourdough, our sourdough is fully fermented, and so it's made all of the changes that it needs to. So
That's a good reminder.
But yeah, and I assume you want to know the best thing for lunch.
Yeah, yes.
Absolutely.
I feel like I'm talking to Julia Child.
Well, I don't know, but I'm hungry.
My mom used to own a 5-star restaurant, so
Wonderful.
So I
yeah.
had the great opportunity of being around lots of food. I'm very privileged in that I love to eat.
Oh,
Well, and you probably know, with your mom owning a restaurant, you get talking about food and you can't stop. So
That's true.
it
Oh,
is
it's a passion.
definitely. Oh, it really is.
yeah,
it really is.
I get it.
But yeah, like I said before, we make all of our own lunch meats, and so you can't go wrong with our big house sandwich, which is you choose the meat, you choose the cheese. It's all on the sourdough. We use a lot of farm fresh ingredients, veggies to top it, and it's a huge sandwich. A lot of people usually eat it across 2 meals, which is great because for a low price, you've actually you can really get a lot of bang for your
that's
buck.
value.
But one thing that we are really known for, and we've even made it, some food critics have reviewed us, and we've been on a few foodie groups and stuff like that, is our Reuben. And our Reuben
my
we do
gosh.
very traditionally. We've got a great a very rich Swiss cheese that we use, and we've got a beautiful new rye that we brought in a couple of months ago that we just have fallen in love with. It's a lot bigger, sturdier, so it can hold more meat.
Oh, that's
which
important.
is perfect.
Yeah.
And then and then my husband makes a corned beef almost every day. We slice it in house, and it's really flavorful. It's got a lot of nice fat to it, so it's not like a lean pastrami. It's got a lot of flavor and everything, and it just we just do it right. We do it traditional, and we do it right, and a lot of people have found that they come to us and they say it's one of the best Reubens they've ever had.
Oh my gosh! So you have the kraut on there.
Yep, we've got the sauerkraut
and the Russian dressing.
We use the Thousand Island.
Thousand Island.
Yep,
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, either one I could go with.
Some people do Russian. Yep, but we use the Thousand Island.
They're both good.
Yep, and that's it. We keep it very basic: Swiss, the corned beef, the sauerkraut, and the Thousand Island.
You don't have to mess with anything.
No.
Keep
But
it
we
simple.
do get some people coming in asking for Rachel's. We'll do the same thing with our roasted turkey, and if they don't eat beef, and we are very soon going to be bringing in a vegan corned beef, and a lot of people are really excited about that, so that we can actually do the whole sandwich vegan.
Oh, wow. Well,
I just had lunch, but I'm ready to go again.
I know, right, Mary Noble? Can we just ride together and go down there?
I know. Well, and what are the days and hours of the cafe?
So we are open 7 days a week, which in Old Fort is
Oh,
a
wow.
rarity.
Yeah, it is.
But we really want to make sure that we're available to everybody as they're coming into town. Monday through Friday, right now we're open from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. But our kitchen closes at 3. And then on Saturdays, we're open from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And on Sundays, we're open from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a
No wonder you don't sleep.
Yeah.
No, and our big news is that in a month, our drive-through opens, and we will be opening on weekdays at 6 a.m.
Oh my goodness.
So we
Oh
can
my
get all the guys
gosh.
going into work. We can get them a nice hot cup of coffee and a good sandwich, and they're not getting something from fast food.
I
They're
appreciate
spending
that.
about the same amount as fast food.
That's
Yeah.
important.
Yeah.
I love that.
You really are here to support the community, which is
Yes, you
beautiful.
are.
It really is. So we've talked about the cafe. I do want to talk about the country food store a little bit because I have been in there too. It's really neat. There's all types of stuff. So what would you want to tell the audience about the country food store? Is that what you're calling it? The country?
No, it's just a country store.
My apology.
We do have some food options that are locally made, and everything in the country store is local.
Okay.
It's either locally made or collected by locals because we've got a lot of antiques. We've got crafts. We've got food products, canned goods, and things like that. All of it is local, and like I said, it started because of COVID, and we wanted people who were using their second side hustle to make a little extra money. All of a sudden they lost their jobs. They needed some way to have that side hustle become their main hustle.
Yeah.
And so we did what we could to showcase them. And because we also made items and because we had essentials in there, we were able to be open during COVID. So people were able to come in and support the locals with local money. And then once tourism started picking up again, people from outside of town were able to support local as well.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like you really lift up people in your community, and once they start moving, they just continue going.
Yeah, it's really been interesting seeing not just monetarily how it's been able to pick some people up, but they've also taken on new crafts and new projects. They've found new purpose in doing some of the things that they used to love, and it's really been nice to see the light in their eyes with things turning around.
Yeah,
that's
folks should
beautiful.
really feel good about supporting your business. I mean, it's just amazing to hear. It's a business with heart
It is.
and soul.
For sure.
Right. We're definitely revealing that today. And I have to say, Amy, your hat and your T-shirt rocks. So Amy is wearing this great hat. It's all black and it looks like the impression of the American flag on the front of it. It's so cool. And then she has a popcorn Sutton t-shirt on. I love it. Thank you for wearing that. It's awesome.
My normal everyday in the kitchen wear. So.
I think it's great. I love it. I love some popcorn Sutton.
Oh, yes. Popcorn shaped this area, that's
You
for
better
sure.
believe it. That's right. Yeah, we all have a still hanging out in the backwoods back in the day. I know my grandmother talked about theirs.
I'm pretty sure there's still one on our property somewhere buried deep in the woods. So.
Yeah, well, there you go.
We've still got several acres out there. So, you never know what we're going to find.
You'll stumble on it one day.
Around. Exactly.
That's so cool.
They were busy doing something when we bought our property. There was all types of piping through the creek.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
That would be it.
That's a
They
good
were friends,
indication.
weren't they?
I love it.
They were friends. Well, it has been amazing having you on the show, and I can't wait. I'm so glad we were able to share your story and your deep history of the cafe and the this time I'll get it right, the country store. And I can just see it. It's going to be a huge success.
Yeah.
A place for people to really connect, get to know each other again. And when I went last time, I saw several people in the dining room eating, and they were enjoying themselves. So thank y'all, and thank your family for really going out on a limb.
Thank you.
Yeah, Mary Noble is really good about highlighting your business, the store on our Facebook page. So it's going to get some exposure there too.
That's great.
Yeah,
That's great. We'll share it as well.
Yeah, we're just so happy to have you, Amy.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Would you like to do the honors and asking
Sure.
her the last question?
I will. So, Amy, we're always interested in what we could do to live a better life. And what would you recommend to our audience that you do or you recommend to live a better life? Whether it's, meditate, read a certain book, quotes. What can you share about your routine?
Well, for me, my routine that helps me live a better life is, and it sounds cliche because of what we're talking about, but feeding people.
Oh, no, it's lovely.
I wake up and I nurture. That's what makes me feel good, and I feel blessed to be able to. And having the ability to do these things, really drives me. I know my husband thinks I'm crazy because of all the projects I keep picking up and wanting to do, but it really it stems from just needing to, continue and further take care of other people. But what I could tell other people is just always, no matter what your interaction is with anyone, always know there's something going on in their life that you don't know about, and always show grace.
Seek
Always,
first to
always.
understand.
Yep.
That's beautiful.
Always show
That
grace.
is beautiful. My cup is full, Mary Noble.
Mine is too, for sure. Well, it's so exciting to be able to do this, and I can't wait to come visit soon.
Yes.
And I will be there.
She's a natural. When I met Amy at a party, and I could tell just from a distance, that you were interested in really showing up and supporting people.
Yeah.
And all right, guys, thank you again for listening to the Mountain Magnolia Show. I hope everyone goes out in the world and has a great day. Until next week, see you soon.
The preceding has been a production of Signal Hill Studios. For more information, please call 704-872-0550.